So I wanted to go ahead and tell you guys how my salon experience was, and then how it was getting my hair straightened. First, I wanted to let you know about how my hair was before I went to the salon. I knew I needed to get my ends clipped for the fact that when I was in the shower, it's just so hard to comb through. If you know natural hair, you know that when your hair sheds and then on top of split ends, it's just like a recipe for disaster. It's so hard. Basically started dreading wash day, shampooing and co-washing. It was just, I needed to get my ends clipped like bad. So I decided to go I decided to make an appointment. So I made an appointment about a month ago. So it was like a month out from when I actually got my hair straightened this past Saturday, the 30th of May. And I basically started researching different hairstylists here in Hawaii, trying to find somebody who had knowledge of natural hair. And so that was my primary research, was somebody who was knowledgeable of natural hair. And I probably should have done a little bit more research. I'll get into that a bit later. So most people here in Hawaii, they have they'll post their pictures on Facebook or those little Facebook forums, and they usually do hair out of their home. And I know I didn't want to go to a home. I wanted to go to actually an establishment, a salon, somebody who's trained. They are professional. They have their certificates. And they have their licenses. Not everybody has their license. They can say they do hair, but they don't have their license. So when it comes down to any issues, or even legal issues, just anything, just to protect yourself, I would prefer to go to somebody who at least has a hair license. Because something happens and you went to somebody who doesn't, that's on you. So that was part of my research, trying to find somebody who's knowledgeable. So I talked to this lady. She has a salon here. It's not that far from my home, and it's black owned. She was very knowledgeable about natural hair on the phone. And actually, when I was getting my hair done, she did the fingal detangle, so she did know what she was doing. So that's a very good pro, and she did a really good job, I have to say. Now, the con of the salon was that I didn't look into seeing if she had a pricing list. And that is something that is very important. And I know it sounds like it's common knowledge, it's common sense. But you have to remember, I haven't been to the salon since prom, which is about 6 years ago. And then on top of that, I haven't been before then, maybe a semi-formal, or if it was like Easter Sunday coming up, or like first day of school or school pictures. It had to be something of that sort for me to go to the salon. It wasn't something, I just didn't go every 2 weeks. That's just not me. And then I also started to teach myself how to do a lot of things, so I didn't have to go to the salon. But since my hair started to get just longer and longer, and it's in the beginning of this video, there's a picture that you've seen. My hair is like halfway down my back, and I want to say I don't have the length, but it's like past my bra strap on my back. And since my hair is so long, it's harder for me to cut my own ends. When I was like TWA, or it was still shorter length, I can easily cut my ends and do it well and keep up with it. But since it's just skyrocketed and just gotten so long so fast within the past year, it's too hard for me to cut my own ends. And I tried before, and I don't think I did a really good job. So I had to get about 2 to 3 inches of my hair cut off, of dead split ends cut off my hair, which I was okay. I told her, just go ahead and cut. I'm not particular, hair grows, it'll be okay. My only downfall was that this past December 2014, when I did straighten my hair myself, I ended up cutting like 2 inches off myself, and I don't even think I cut enough off, but at that time. But I was just a little bit upset at the fact that I haven't retained my length. So I have to find a new regimen, not products, but a new regimen on how to, just a new way of trying to tweak how I take care of my hair. For the fact that since it's getting longer, I can't do what I used to do when it was shoulder length, and I can't do what I used to do when it was a TWA. You know, you just have to change. As your hair changes, you have to change with it. So now I have to just find a way where I can retain my length and not have to keep getting it cut. And then also I know now that I have to maybe every 3 months now. I used to be able to go 5-6 months and just get an inch off, 5-6 months get an inch off, but since it's so long and my hair is just growing so fast now that 6 months is way too long. I need to maybe just do it every 3 months and just you know, keep my hair healthy like that. So my salon experience, one was the price board. I should have looked to see if they had one posted, and they did not. And so that kind of put me where she was doing my hair, and then, you know, she was talking about how much work she had to do, and she had to blow dry it, you know, and kind of detangle it, and you know, just like any natural hair, you just have to do that. It's time consuming, but it's a must. And I can understand. It took her probably the other person who she was doing, you know how like you wash this person's hair, you put them under the dryer, then you wash that person's hair, and you kind of have 3 people going on at once. Well, everyone else, she literally just blow dried their hair in like 2-3 minutes. Sorry about that. The camera just shut off. But she would blow dry her hair 2-3 minutes, and then she was done. Well, with me, you know, it took her a good 15 minutes to get through my hair. I want to say maybe 20 to blow dry it out. And then she also had to flat iron it. So she had to take a little bit more time, and I guess for her, time is more money. And she just came off with a price at the top of her head when she was done. She didn't have like a price board or even maybe a price board for natural clients. I understand you have to take more time, so that means, you know, it might be cost a little bit more, but it was drastic, like how much I paid for. Now, don't get me wrong, the salon was really nice. She was very knowledgeable, but it wasn't like a top of the line upscale salon. It wasn't like you're going down to Beverly Hills or Hollywood or celebrity. You had celebrity clients like Kim Kimball, or, you know, it wasn't that type of salon. Like, it was just a very new open salon, a few months. She seemed very professional on the phone when I talked to her. But then when I started getting my hair done, I felt like she kind of, with the price, took advantage of me being natural. So she kind of took advantage of that and decided to charge me a price out this world. And then also, I feel like you should be professional at all times. When she was doing my hair, yes, I know my ends needed to be clipped. I had told her that when I made the appointment. But she was like making, I don't want to say like rude comments and like kind of talking about my hair and like laughing and stuff like that. And I felt like she was also trying to tell me, you know, don't do this, but do that, don't do this. And I'm very receptive to constructive criticism, and I'm very receptive to, you know, trying to, just new ideas. I'm very open to it, but I'm open to it with the right intentions. I'm not open to it because you know it all, and this is what it is, and you're making rude comments as you're trying to give me this advice, or you're mocking my hair as you're trying to give this advice. Yes, I know it needed its ends clipped. I know that, you know, it shed a little bit more because of that. That's the whole reason why when I made the appointment, I told you this, the reason why I was making the appointment at the time. So I felt like that was just very unprofessional, especially for a paying client. You know, you don't want them to feel some type of way. You don't want them to not want to come back, you know. And she does really good hair, but I will not come back. One, because her pricing was not what I felt like it should have been. I paid almost $200 to get my hair blow dried and flattened. I think that's a bit ridiculous. I don't care how long my hair is. You shouldn't base it off of an extra 15 minutes you had to do someone's hair, so I'm gonna charge you this much more. Like that's crazy. And then her professionalism, it wasn't where I thought it should have been. But I do have to say some pros is she, like I said before, she did have knowledge of natural hair, and she did know what, she did a good job, and she did know what she was doing, and she had a good clientele base. Like a lot of people were just coming in, and it was just her there that day. I don't know if she was the owner, so I don't know if she did have people who worked at the booths, other booths. I'm not too sure, but so that was my hair experience. My hair right now, it was like very straight when she first got done, but if you know being natural, it puffs a little bit.